Hello everyone, welcome back. This week we are going to be looking at part 2 of volume. Last week we looked at part 1, and so if you remember last week we looked at how to find the volume of our prisms and cylinders, and now this week we're going to be looking at finding the volume of cones, of spheres, and of pyramids. So this video is going to walk us through how to find the volume of those figures, and we're going to talk about the formulas right now. So on this page of the notes, this is where we're going to keep track of all three of our volume formulas. So we'll start with pyramid. So the volume of a pyramid, the formula for this is going to be, and remember we use capital V for volume, this is going to be 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So 1/3 times that capital B, remember, is the area of the base, and the H stands for the height of the pyramid itself. So this right here, I'm kind of highlighting in blue, would be the area of the base. And then in red, I'm going to add in an example of where the height would be given. Now the height can be given inside the figure like this, or if we have an oblique figure, the height could potentially be given outside the shape like that. So it could be given outside the shape or inside the figure. But that is for a pyramid. Volume equals 1/3 times the area of that base times the height. Next we have cone. And so the volume formula of a cone, again, we have volume equals, this one's going to be 1/3 times pi radius squared times the height. And so similarly, just like our volume formula for a pyramid, remember that this right here should look really familiar because pi r squared is really just the area of our circular base, right? So we're still taking the area of that base times the height. And here's our height right here. We can label that h. But additionally, remember, we do need to know what that radius is going to be in order to find the area of that circular base. So we have radius and height. Those are our two variables for this formula. And then last but not least, we have a sphere. So the volume formula for our sphere is going to be 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. Now pay attention to that. See here how we're taking the radius cubed for volume, not squared like we did for surface area. So for these three-dimensional figures, for spheres, all we need to be given is the radius. And you would want to make sure, absolutely sure, that you're using the radius and not the diameter for these. But that is really it for the formulas. So these three formulas we will be using in the next page, which is going to be the 3 practice examples. So check out the next video to look at those 3 practice problems.